and welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening on our open evening. We're really sorry that it's not in person, but we don't want to contribute any more than we have to the spread of this virus that has dominated our lives for so long. Hopefully, in the near future, there will be opportunities for parents and young people to visit the school and to see firsthand the facilities. Before I come on to an introduction and to tell you a little bit more about Newman, I just want to introduce myself and the pressing issue that many of you will have. My name's Glyn Potts and I have the great privilege of being head teacher here at Newman. I've also been a member of the school staff since the school opened, so unfortunately I'm incredibly familiar with the difficulties that the building has presented. They're not great. In fact, they're far from perfect. And we do everything within our power to mitigate those issues, knowing full well that actually we aren't in a position to solve them. But what I can tell you is that because of the dedicated staff, the flexibility and maturity of our young people, we minimise any disruption. I'm hopeful that in the very near future and well in advance of your young person coming to Newman College, there is a resolution that is both fixing the issue and sustaining that fix. Hopefully there will be more information being shared, but if you do have questions, I'm obviously open to hearing them and doing my best to answer them, because I understand that this is a big issue for you. I want to share a little bit about what it means to be a school like ours, what we stand for, what we can offer every young person in our care, and why it's a job that we're incredibly proud of. I use the term job, but that's actually not what we feel it is. It's a vocation. It's a goal that we have been given by God. It's our mission and our duty to go above and beyond the 9 to 5, to do everything we can for the children in our care. And whilst those difficulties of the building or the pandemic may well be concerns in your mind, what I'd say to you is, if you ever needed an example that my staff live out their vocation every day, putting children's needs first, it would be during this period where they've been tested the most. We are a Catholic school. We pride ourselves on having those traditional Catholic elements and celebrating our faith as Catholics in a global world. We also know that we welcome all children, whether you have a Catholic faith, Christian, no faith, or even another faith. What marks us out as different from other schools is the fact that we celebrate the uniqueness of every young person crafted by God. We want to make sure that our expression of faith is measured in the love shown to each other and to the dignity that it affords to every young person, and the celebration of the diversity of a school like ours, not simply in prayers or in hymns being sung. We have a guiding principle. It's a mantra that serves to shape our direction and our decisions, something that you will hear staff say and you will hear me repeat many, many times. It's our North Star. We believe that we use our vocation to give an unfair advantage to our community, leaving no door closed to them. What does that mean? Well, vocation, because it's not a job. We don't employ people who simply want to work their hours. We employ people who understand that their God-given talent is to serve young people to better their lives, and that the timings of employment may well be moved, changed, and adapted if it's in the best interests of young people. That doesn't mean we exploit staff. Quite the contrary. We're with them on their journey too. But as a community, we know we have to put the children's needs first. What about the unfair advantage? That sounds very odd. It's simple. I want to make sure that the children in this school have an advantage over others, whether that be an offer, opportunity, curriculum, or even just the chance to do something. We need to make sure that the children that we serve see more than the end of their street and are given more than every other child. And that's difficult, particularly in an environment where we know funding for education is being cut and where every part of human life has faced difficulty. Still, it's an ambition that is right to challenge staff with. And finally, to no door closed. It's easy for me to say that no door is closed to every young person. Regrettably, there are still occasions where doors may well be closed. In society, we see that regularly, whether it be people from ethnic minority backgrounds, whether it be women, whether it be those with disability. My goal is to make sure that our young people know that as a community we do everything we can to remove those barriers and leave no door closed. We know full well that it's unlikely ever to be achieved in the way that we would all wish, but then that means it's ever more important that we continue to do that work. Our motto is dignity and excellence. Fairly simple, but having a profound impact on our work. We strive to ensure that every young person in our community receives a dignified experience, one that represents their talents and the fact that they are unique, being made in the image of God. We see every encounter between ourselves and our young people as a chance to encounter God in their lives, whether they believe God exists or not. It is modelling the opportunity for them to understand how special and unique they are. And we want to give them the platform to decide on their own futures and to revel in the opportunity that is placed before them. We say dignity because we know that dignity is often removed from society. There are many, many different people out there that have got views on how things have happened during this pandemic. We know families have suffered, loved ones have passed on, and there's been difficulty at every turn. One thing that has been missing on a number of occasions is the dignity to have that conversation with people, even when it is a challenging one. That's important because we're a family. And like all families, there are occasions where we may fall out. But at the end of the day, when families come back round that kitchen table and are having that meal, they accept the difficulties, they face up to the challenge, they hold those conversations, and they never stop loving. And that is dignity. We may well have occasions where things we do in the school may not be ideally what you would want us to do. It's important we come back round the table, show dignity to each other, hear each other's views, and find the right solution, not for all children en masse, but for your child, in your circumstances, and for their future. And that might mean we have to do things slightly differently. We do that because we want to show dignity, we want to frame love, even in circumstances where perhaps people don't want it, or maybe even don't deserve it. That's important because it shows a commitment and a bond beyond the norm. We're making a commitment to serve our young people, whomever they are. We ask for parents to commit to their part in the relationship. We often talk about a three-legged stool: the young person, the school, and the parents. If any one of those legs are not doing their part, it's almost impossible to give the success to that young person that we would want. That's why dignity in the conversation is so important. That's why excellence is why we continue to strive. We pursue excellence aware of the varying starting points of our young people, their broad ambitions and individual challenges, but also the differing circumstances with which their talents will be shared. We promote the highest of academic ambition, with celebrating all opportunities of a well-rounded, happy and resilient young person, prepared to shape the world to be better today than it was yesterday. We want to be known for being the difference in children's lives, making a positive impact in the future of young people, so that their generation can be the most celebrated generation. We don't sign up to the idea of snowflakes, and we won't accept that things should be easy. Life isn't easy. We do not shirk the difficulties. We understand that excellence is hard fought, but we also know that excellence is individual, and that every young person has an opportunity to demonstrate their excellence, and that's something we need to afford them. If your child wants to be the next Michelangelo, government policy on examinations shouldn't restrict that, and where we can, we will provide every opportunity to do so. We achieve our excellence through a steadfast approach, using our values formed through Catholic social teaching. In this presentation this evening, you will hear from Mrs Foley, and she'll talk a little bit about those values and why they're important to us and represent the pillars of our work. However, we encourage you to ask questions and seek assurance, as this decision is a hugely important one for you and your young person. And we hope that the faith you place in your decision is a reflection of the confidence you have in the answers that we give you. There's lots of reasons why Newman may be the perfect fit for your child. It could be the broad curriculum that still invests in art, music, drama, and a rich extracurricular opportunity. We have a thriving Duke of Edinburgh Award group with over 100 young people taking part, We have a highly successful cadet force with nearly 200 young people engaged every week in activities far beyond what every school could offer. We have a nationally recognised event through DebateMate with teams competing at the highest level. We have a huge selection of sporting opportunities that rivals the Olympic Village. And we have music, art and drama beyond which most schools could dream of. We do that because we accept and recognise that we have a diverse population, both in terms of ethnicity but also ability and ambition. We are often the school of choice for children with special educational needs due to the commitment of our staff to removing those barriers and giving a platform of success to all children regardless of their ability. It's a hard-fought provision centred on individual needs and championing the opportunity for every young person to feel that moment where they stand in front of their peers and are celebrated for their achievement. We make it our business to ensure that any required adjustments are applied and that afforded support is there as a staple of the experience for our young people. We use our additional funding precisely, particularly to remove any obstacles of economic difficulty. No child will ever go without food, regardless of their domestic circumstances. We use our funding to make sure that we give an unfair advantage. Pre the pandemic, there were opportunities and experiences far in excess of what many schools would afford, with trips to Europe for those involved in music, to productions every 2 years of a level that even the West End would be envious of. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to give our young people a platform whereby their talent, whatever it may well be, is shone to the world so that their development, their happiness, their resilience, but more importantly, their contribution is recognised and it gives them lifelong confidence to make a difference in the world. There are more reasons why you might want to choose Newman College. You might think that there are opportunities whereby Newman College isn't right for you. That's absolutely fine. We want parents to understand they're making a choice not just into a building, because a school isn't a building, but into a community, into a set of values, of beliefs, of understandings, of commitments, of ambitions that places your young person at their nature, their special, unique talent in an environment where it will do the best to nurture it. There are a few reasons why you might not want to choose Newman College. If you're a parent who believes that between 9 o'clock and 3:15 that the child's performance and the interaction between us and them is absolutely nothing to do with you, and that actually you're at work, Newman's probably not for you. If you believe that the way to resolve issues when you are disappointed with what we've done or you have questions over our decisions is to take to Facebook or even to social media and vent there rather than having the opportunity to engage with us and give us the dignity that we must give to every young person, then Newman is probably not right for you. And if you believe that we should blindly follow a mantra from government that places only academic performance above the opportunities for young people to be valued and celebrated beyond simply GCSEs, then we're probably not the right school for you. I know that I'm fiercely proud of what we do at this school. I know that our outcomes demonstrate that children can come from any background and can go on to the highest levels, and have done, to Oxbridge and Cambridge, but also to real quality apprenticeships or even vocational learning, where now they are masters of their industries. That's what's important here. It's the broad nature of what we provide. It's the inclusive commitment that we strive for. It's a staff that will give every last inch of their power towards serving young people. And it's a community that's unified in the idea that everyone is created in the image of God and that dignity is central to it. I realise you will have questions. You may want to test some of those values, or you might have someone's experience that goes against that, or even offers a different view. I will say to you all, we are not perfect. I don't believe any school can sit here and say that they are. But we're committed, we're transparent, we're absolutely on one message, and we're about every young person. We aren't going to turn around and say a particular child or group of children will not be welcome here. We're not just focused on those learners who are perhaps academically gifted. We're not only going to be concentrating on those children who don't cause all the issues around school. We're a community, we're committed, we're together, and we will commit again to serving every young person. I welcome any questions. I understand the difficult decision every parent must make with their child in their mind, and we're here to help regardless of what your decision is. I'm Glyn Potts. I'm blessed to be the head teacher at Newman College, and I hope this has given you some comfort as to what we are and what we stand for. In simple terms, dignity and excellence with your child central to the discussion. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Mrs Foley. I'm one of the assistant head teachers here at Newman College, and I lead on the transition process from primary school to secondary school. I'm the person who will be in constant communication with all our primary schools in the Oldham area and also outside of the Oldham area, so that when children arrive with us in September, we have as much information as possible so that they can smoothly transition into high school. Here at Newman College, we have our North Star vision. We're an organisation that is always fixed on, why are we here? Why are we doing what we do? Well, simply put, we are here to ensure that every child that comes through our doors is advantaged because they've been with us. So at the end of their 5-year journey, every possible opportunity and door is open to them. Everything we do is also reflected by the values that we have. In the college, we have a set of values that run down both sides of the walls of the chapel, and even inside the chapel. And these values are all come from the New Testament, where we've looked at the life of Jesus and we try to model the things that he did in the way that we will also work with our children. And the first value that we've got here is the value of love. You are hopefully going to choose Newman College because of what it is we want these children to have. We want our children to know that they are loved, that we love them. And sometimes that love is going to be tough love. Love that's going to ask them to dust themselves down and pick themselves back up, to become more resilient. But it's love all the same. We are a Catholic community and we are a faith school, and we're proud of the college that we have become, and we are proud to have the faith that we have. And faith is not just about Catholic faith. We want the children to have faith in themselves. Every example that we've got of Jesus is he put faith into people. Whether that was positive or negative, he tried to change people's opinions of each other by believing in them so that they too could shine. We will have opportunities at Newman to celebrate our Catholic faith, but this college is not just for Catholic people. We will also celebrate other religious faiths that make up our community here in Oldham. Courage. Without courage, nothing happens. We have a quote in reception which was written by Pope Francis, and it's directed to the children, and it asks them to dare to have fabulous dreams. We want the children to dream big, but if dreams are big, then courage has to also be a part of it, one of the skills that we develop. The courage to take the risk, the courage to speak up, the courage to ask for help. So in all our lessons and in all the learning opportunities that we have, we will often ask the children to dig deep, to find that courage so that they can make those dreams come true over the time that they're with us. All the staff here at Newman are not here by chance, and we firmly do believe that every time somebody applies to teach here at Newman, it's a calling, because we aren't like other secondary schools around. We are a Catholic school, and we believe that we have a mission, and our mission is to give our vocation of teaching to the children, to impart the knowledge that's been instilled in us so that the children can learn from us. Service. Jesus himself came to serve, as the quote there said. He came to serve other people, and often came up against conflict when he was wanting to do something that others thought he was too important to do, and that in return they should be doing something for him. We're all here to serve one another. It's the greatest commandment that we can do. The greatest instruction that was ever given to us is to love God above everything and to love each other as we to love ourselves. Service here at Newman is how we smile at each other. It's the manners that we use with each other. It's the holding of the door. It's recognising that somebody else needs support and needs help. It's having that empathy, so that what we mean by service is it's shown in how we do things for other people, and in return how people will do things for us. Dignity and excellence, they're two things that often seem to be the strapline of Newman. They're on the bottom of lots of things that we communicate. They're on the presentations that teachers will do with children in lessons and in assemblies. Dignity it's about how we are to be treated, but it's equally about how we should treat other people. Every individual that walks through our doors on a day-to-day basis deserves the right to be treated with the utmost respect. When you send your child out into school, wherever it is they will go, that is what you will want for your child. You will want them to be treated in a way where they are respected, that they see themselves as being a worthy human being. So we remind our children to show dignity, and we show dignity in how we treat others. We show dignity and graciousness in how we respond to things when an adult or another person is speaking to us.
My name is Mrs White, Head of English at Newman College. Welcome to the English faculty. We'd like to tell you a little bit about what we offer Year 7.
I'm Miss Mankoto, one of your English teachers in the Faculty of English. Here in English, we have a vast range of reading strategies and writing strategies that we instill in our schemes of learning. Now, within these schemes of learnings, of course, we aim to make sure that you are developing your weaker areas and making sure that you are getting the best out of your learning, as well as hoping to instill reading clubs and creative writing clubs to get you going.
In our writing modules, we'll take inspiration from the epic Beowulf and create our own heroes, heroines and monsters. We'll also craft our own love poems, and we'll use our own voices in the Young Voices module to spread powerful and important messages. Budding young writers will also have the opportunity to join a writing workshop.
Hi, I'm Mr Gray. I'm the Assistant Head Teacher of Maths at Newman College. Just a quick bit of information about what we do here at Newman. We will be building upon the skills developed at primary school and looking to ignite pupils' curiosity around the whole world of maths, algebra, shape, space and measure, ratio, and really try and push them as far as we can to develop their skills and try and link as much as we can to skills they're going to use every single day in their lives moving forward. We're really looking forward to seeing you next September. We wish we could have done this live, but it'll be great to see you next year. Thank you. Bye bye.
Hello, my name is Mrs Santoro and I am responsible for Science and Student Character here at Newman College. The Science Department are based right along the top floor of the college. There are 12 classrooms in total, 6 of which are full laboratories and 6 of which are demonstration classrooms. In Year 7, our young people learn all about those fundamental ideas in science that allow them to start to understand the world around them. Things like cells, energy, elements and compounds, as well as looking at working scientifically and working safely within a lab. All of those concepts are then built upon as they make their journey through Year 7, 8 into 9 and eventually to GCSE Science in 10 and 11. We also have a very popular science club running after school, which is our Super Scientist Club, which of course Year 7 will be very welcome to attend.
Hi everyone, my name is Mrs Hampson and I am the subject leader of RE here at Newman College. I just wanted to let you know what we study in RE and why I think you'll find it really interesting, and also to tell you a little bit about our pupil chaplaincy team. In RE, we study a wide range of topics. We learn lots of exciting things about lots of different religions. I think that you will enjoy learning about what religious people believe, what religious people do, where religious people worship, and I also think that you will enjoy learning about why some people are religious and why some people are not religious. So as well as looking at religion, we also look at separate views outside of religion too. I wanted to just tell you a little bit about our pupil chaplaincy team at Newman. So we have a wonderful team of lots of young people in all different year groups from 7 to 11 who help to develop the Catholic life of our college. And you may have been involved in this at primary school, it may be something that you wish to continue, or it may be a new journey that you want to get involved with, but you will have an opportunity to join our pupil chaplaincy team too. Hope to see you soon, bye!
Hello, my name is Miss Hughes and I'm the subject lead for art at Newman College. At Key Stage 3 at Newman College, you will explore a range of materials in art. We work on your drawing, painting skills. You will be introduced to new materials such as clay and card construction. We also work in a variety of other materials such as printmaking. So the topics we cover at Key Stage 3, the first topic is identity. So we look at your place at Newman College and what makes each other different and our own identities. We then move into culture and we look at the variety of cultures within our own community, and we celebrate those through a design project which leads into some clay work. And then in Year 9 we look at the wider community, we look at our town, we look at the architecture locally and around us in Greater Manchester, and the outcome again for this will be through mixed media, working in clay, working in paint and printmaking.
Hi, I'm Mr Quigg, I'm Subject Lead for Design Technology here at Newman College. This is one of our design technology rooms, multi-purpose room, multimedia room. We do a variety of activities throughout the course of the year at this school, ranging from design-based problem solving and practical work. We link the curriculum with science and maths and transfer the learning and other subjects into practical application in here. There is no design technology on the Year 7 curriculum, you pick that up in Year 8 and 9, but we hope to engage with Year 7s through extracurricular activities and competition work. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in September.
Hello, my name is Miss McGrain and I'm the subject leader for drama here at Newman. During your drama lessons, you'll develop a wide range of skills. You'll create your own devised performances, study and perform scripts, analyse characters, and you'll even get the opportunity to design costumes, sets and masks for performance. We'll also look at a variety of themes such as horror, history, friendship and society, all the while developing confidence, creativity, group work and leadership skills. You'll be able to join lunchtime drama clubs where you can make new friends and have fun. And we really hope that we'll be able to get our famous school musicals up and running again soon, and that we'll see you at the auditions. Bye for now.
Hello, my name's Mrs Perkin and I'm Head of Languages here at Newman College. So at Newman College we offer French from Years 7 through to Year 11, and most students will take a GCSE in French. In addition to that, we also offer the opportunity to students who have an additional language to take a GCSE, usually in Year 10, so that is something that we start looking into when students start here at Newman in Year 7. For Year 7, our aim is to introduce the culture, introduce the language, and to help students just get a sense of what being a global citizen is. Here at Newman College, in our language lessons, we like to offer the opportunity for students to develop their communication skills. We feel that it's really helpful and supports students with their own literacy. So if you have any questions at all regarding this, please feel free to get in touch. but we very much welcome your students joining us here at Newman. Okay.
Hello, my name's Mr Kearns and I'm Head of Geography here at Numeracy College. As a geography student at the college, you will get to learn about the world in which we live. We start in Year 7 with map skills and locational knowledge, as these are fundamental aspects of geography that help us to understand place. We then move on to the weather and climate, and we look at why it is that Oldham gets so much rain, before looking further afield at global extreme weather events such as Hurricane Harvey. Then, in the spring term, we apply this knowledge of climate to the biomes of Africa. We look at how climate influences the ecosystem, so the vegetation, the living creatures, and the rocks and the soils. Finally, in the summer term, we get out and about in the school grounds and conduct our own fieldwork investigation on microclimates. On behalf of the Geography Department, I would just like to say we are very much looking forward to working with you and helping you on your geographical journey. Thank you.
Good evening, Year 6. I'm Miss Sawa. I am the Head of History at Newman College. History is actually a very popular subject here, with over half our students picking it as a GCSE. So I'm here just to tell you about what you'll be studying if you join us in Year 7. So starting off, you'll be looking at key skills that you need as a historian, such as cause, consequence, looking at evidence and other historians' interpretations of the past. You will then move on to look at healthcare through the ages, specifically ancient Egypt, Rome, and then that will help us nicely get into the Middle Ages, where we'll look at William the Conqueror and what he did to consolidate his power in England. We will also be looking at certain key individuals such as women and specifically queens of the Middle Ages as well. Once we've done that, we'll be moving on to a very popular dynasty which I'm sure you'll have heard of, the Tudors. So we're looking at Henry VIII and how he left the Catholic Church and why. And then moving on to looking at some of his children, specifically Elizabeth. We have a massive focus on her. And then after that, we'll also be studying what happened after she died. So we'll be looking at James I, the English Civil War, and then finishing off with the Act of Union and Queen Anne. So hopefully you'll have a great time at Newman and lots of interesting topics for you guys to get into.
Hello Year 6, my name is Mr Roper and I'm the subject leader for ICT, Computer Science and Business here at Newman College. When you start in September, the first thing you'll do in ICT and computing is you'll be introduced to a unit on e-safety. The idea is that we want to make sure that we keep you safe and you know how to navigate your way around the systems that we have in school. Year 7 is all about ICT skills and digital literacy skills. So through the lessons you'll look at things like data handling, you'll look at graphic design, and then towards the end of Year 7 we'll then get on and start looking at coding. Into Year 8 we'll continue with our work on coding and introduce more computer science based activities. And then Year 9 is based on a lot of project work, bringing together the ICT skills, the computing or the computer science skills, and the digital literacy all together as one. We've also got clubs that we run after school for Key Stage 3 students, so we look forward to seeing you in September.
Hi everyone, my name is Mr Edwards and I'm Head of Music here at Newman College. We've got lots of fun musical projects for pupils to get stuck into when at school, listening to and performing lots of different music, and then even composing your own musical ideas. So when you're in Year 7, we'll do lots of different projects based on many different genres and many different time periods, such as the blues, Christmas songs, pop music, classical music, Manchester's very own Britpop, and even West African rhythmic music. We also therefore get to use a wide range of musical instruments, including keyboards, ukuleles, guitars, djembe drums, and even some specialist music software. When you're at school, we'll also have extracurricular groups you can take part in, from choirs and instrumental ensembles to taking part in school shows. We do various different concerts and various different trips, with recent events having been trips to Paris, Germany, Belgium, Christmas concerts, summer concerts. Hopefully you can take part.
Hello, my name is Mrs Blair and I'm the PE subject leader at Newman College. Welcome to our sports hall. Our PE programme is all about encouraging pupils to love, engage in and value lifelong physical activity. We provide a high quality, varied curriculum which inspires all pupils of all ability to succeed in competitive sport and other activities. During your lessons, you'll be taught activities such as netball, handball, football, rugby, badminton, outdoor adventurous activities, fitness, trampolining, athletics, rounders, cricket, dance and table tennis. We also offer a varied extracurricular programme at lunchtime and after school, which all pupils can get involved in. We currently have on offer football, rugby, netball fitness, athletics, trampolining, dance, basketball and table tennis. We regularly compete against Oldham schools and Manchester Catholic schools, and we are very proud of our achievements. We look forward to welcoming you to Newman College next year and hope you'll be a part of our future successes.
Good evening everyone. My name is Miss Scott, one of the 2 deputy head teachers here at Newman College. It is an absolute privilege to serve our students and community. My main role in college is to ensure that the quality of pastoral care that your child receives is first class. My standards and expectations are quite simple. If the standard is not good enough for my own children, then they are not good enough for yours. Please believe me when I say that we share the same common goal. The college expects that your child will be challenged, supported and given every possible advantage to achieve their full potential and God-given talents. At the age of 16, they must be in a position where they can further pursue their dreams, having no door closed to them. Providing the highest standards of pastoral and academic care is a team effort. Here at Newman College, our students have the unfair advantage because we invest more than any other school in staff who work with the children beyond the classroom to support them. Every child has a form tutor to guide and champion them throughout their 5-year journey with us. In addition, every year group is supported by a year leader, at least one pastoral coordinator, an academic coordinator, and a large team of safeguarding specialists, to name but a few. This is what our children need, and this is what the children deserve, so that is what we provide here at Newman College. Every member of staff, every student and every parent and carer has their part to play in achieving the best outcomes. The key to success can be summarised by the 3-legged stool analogy. The seat represents your child. Holding the child up and supporting them equally are the 3 legs: the student, the parents and carers, and the college. If any one of those legs doesn't hold up, then the child is destabilised and the job of supporting them to achieve their full potential becomes even more challenging. I could confront you and your children now with countless rules and expectations. However, there is kindness in clarity, so we try to keep things simple. Our code of conduct is the way we do things around here, and we call it the Newman way. If students simply remain calm and do as the adult asks, then we cannot go far wrong. To be honest, most students, most of the time, do exactly what we expect of them. Our routines and expectations are embedded in every aspect of college daily life. The children are taught them, they are reminded of them, but every so often they need a reminder and a reboot. However, to reach their full potential in life, the right place, right time, right thing is not enough. Our final expectation is that they do what they can to the best of their ability with the right attitude. Our expectations of uniform are rightly very high. Our students look smart and professional when they wear their uniform with pride. It sets the tone for learning in a dignified manner and is an indicator of the calm, positive and purposeful climate and culture of the college. When students are in the community, wearing their uniform, they represent our Newman family and our values, and they are expected to mirror the high standards of conduct expected in the college. We are most grateful to our parents and carers who support us in maintaining positive relationships with our neighbours and wider community. Finally, for up-to-date and key information, please check out Twitter. There are lots of accounts and lots of members of staff who share the amazing work that goes on here at Newman College.
I'm new to Newman College, and I just want to talk a little bit about how I felt coming to Newman, because like before it I didn't really feel comfortable coming because I thought I wasn't going to make any friends and I was going to get lost, but now I feel a bit more comfortable because with the help of my teachers and my friends I've got quite a lot of friends now and I know my way around the school.
Hi, I'm Rio and I've been a part of the Newman family for 4 weeks now. I am really enjoying it and know you will too. I have loved my lessons, especially science and PE. The lunches here are also great. The paninis and wraps are delicious. We have lots at space at break time so you won't feel left out.
I'm Ruby. I went to Corpus Christi Primary School and I can still remember how I felt the night before school. I was very nervous because I had no idea what it was going to be like and I was very stressed out. But now I've been here, this is my 4th week. I feel very settled in. I've made new friends, I've liked my teachers and I've enjoyed the new lessons and opportunities already.
Hi, I'm Lucas. I wasn't too worried about coming to high school as my sister's in year 11. She told me everything would be okay. So far I've enjoyed exploring the building and meeting new teachers, and so far all of my lessons have been really fun.
Hello, I'm Emanuela Arnmiku and I'm privileged to be elected head student of Numeracy College for the years 2021 to 2022. My journey at Newman has been full of many ups and downs. Thankfully, more ups than downs, but I can proudly say that every single bump and every single high in my journey has shaped me into the profound leader that you see sat in front of you today. Although my journey at Newman only recently began in year 9, I can definitely say that Newman has quickly grown to become my home away from home, and I am so grateful to be a part of such a prestigious community and to be given the opportunity to make a statement, to make a change, and to make a difference with the guidance and help of my amazing teachers, both inside and outside of lessons. At Newman, we are provided with a safe, welcoming, and well-equipped environment, and we pride ourselves in our core values of love, faith, courage, vocation, and dignity. And I can definitely say that I will be taking these values into my life after Newman. And I am definitely looking forward to you joining our community in the years to come.
Good evening and welcome to Literacy at Newman Roman Catholic College. My name is Mr Hallam and I'm the literacy leader in school. This means I have responsibility for the progress of all students across all subjects for reading, writing and vocabulary. As it says on the screen, we are proud to be a reading school, and during this short presentation I'm going to give you a flavour of what that looks like at Newman. Tonight I'm going to be focusing on how we use assessment and intervention, reading, vocabulary and writing at Newman Roman Catholic College. When students arrive in Year 7, they will take part in 3 literacy tests. The first 2 tests give us information about their reading age, and the results are always posted home to parents. The third test gives us further information about their precise literacy levels. Although not all schools in Oldham do this, we know that this gives us the best opportunity to go above and beyond in ensuring we are able to provide the support to students that need some intervention following primary school. It also empowers students with the right reading materials that are of the correct age for them. In addition, we're currently working with 4 of our primary schools to enable testing to take place in Year 6. This is the first for Oldham and will allow us to meet the needs of our students sooner. The 2 interventions that we put in place for Year 7 students include phonics for students that require support with word recognition and a programme called Key Stage 3 Grow, which is performed by our English teachers as experts. Again, phonics is a research-based intervention that not all secondary schools provide. This is something that we are passionate about, however, in equipping our students with the skills they need to access the Key Stage 3 curriculum quickly. We are proud that Newman Roman Catholic College is a reading school. All students are given Accelerated Reader login in Year 7. Some primary schools already use Accelerated Reader. The programme allows students to select books that are of the correct challenge for them so that they can make real progress with their reading ages. In form time, students read class readers in addition to this. This helps to start the day calmly and prepare our students for their learning. During lessons, reading is celebrated in all subjects across school, and staff are trained in active reading skills to ensure that students are comprehending the text that they are reading in each subject area. We have the expectation that all students will read for 20 minutes a day in their own time. Students can use our dedicated library or our online book platform called Myon. With vocabulary and oracy, we encourage academic speech in all subject areas, as this is key to enabling students to then write in the same way for exams and beyond. Students are often asked to say it again but say it better to develop this skill. To develop oracy, we also have a thriving debate mate club where students compete nationally in debating societies. All subjects explore language through etymology, which is the history of language, as well as morphology, which is the breakdown of the language. In Year 7, students also take weekly spelling tests, which continues their progress with spelling from primary school. Throughout the year, students are encouraged to develop their writing skills with competitions, and in lessons we develop the skill of academic writing. This prepares students not just for exams, but for the wider world following secondary education. Finally, thank you for taking the time to watch this short video. I hope it has been useful in giving you a flavour of what to expect in regards to literacy at Newman Roman Catholic College. As I mentioned at the start, my name is Mr. Hallam and my details are on the screen. If you have any questions at all, please do contact me.
Good evening, I am Mr Heslop, one of the mathematics teachers at the school, and my area of responsibility is numeracy. This might seem strange because for many people the words numeracy and mathematics are interchangeable. In reality they do overlap with one another to a certain extent, but numeracy also extends into other subject areas and aspects of life. Numeracy skills, like the ability to rapidly recall our times table facts, allows us to do a task in mathematics like basic division, or more complex tasks like simplifying fractions or factorising an algebraic expression. Spotting or creating patterns is another numeracy skill that can be used in geometry or algebra for mathematics, but also in art and music and design. Creating or following a logical sequence of events or actions is important when solving many mathematical problems, but also in understanding historical events, writing essays or stories in English, building a model kit, assembling DIY furniture, programming and computing, design and manufacture processes, or scientific experiments. Part of my role, therefore, is to work with other departments so that our teaching of numeracy skills supports them and vice versa. We will also provide opportunities for students to see how mathematics and numeracy is used in everyday life outside school. The largest part of my role is to improve the teaching of numeracy skills in the maths department by making sure that teachers are familiar with new developments and alternative techniques that can be used in their lessons. I also monitor our own test results, and from these we can adjust the teaching of lessons to suit the numeracy needs of the students, whether that be for an individual, a small group, or even the whole class. Where necessary, we will arrange for extra support to take place in lesson. We can also invite students to take part in interventions after school. It is my hope that all students will start to see that numeracy is all around them, to appreciate how useful and interesting it can be, see how powerful and flexible a set of skills it is, and therefore begin to value it as an important and positive part of life. It is a shame that we cannot meet face to face this evening, so that I can answer the many questions you must have, or show you the great work that our students produce. But we will have to wait until next year to meet properly. Until then, take care, stay safe, and look for the numeracy all around you.
Good evening. My name is Mrs Divney and I'm one of the assistant head teachers here at Newman. I have responsibility for the areas of inclusion and wellbeing within the college, and as part of my role I'm also the SENCO, the Special Educational Needs Coordinator and Senior Mental Health Lead. I am so proud of the fact that Newman College are a fully inclusive school. We work tirelessly to ensure that all of our young people have got the help, support and provision they need to enable them to learn and flourish academically, emotionally and socially. Our commitment to inclusion can be demonstrated through the investment in the team of staff whose specific role is to support students with additional needs. I lead a team of 33 staff and they provide support both within and beyond the classroom. We're known as the Link Team and we've got our own designated area within the college consisting of a large hub space, 2 large classrooms, offices and meeting room. In addition to the support that the staff deliver within the classroom, we also have a wide range of support programmes delivered outside of the classroom. These are delivered within the Link Hub and classroom spaces, either on a one-to-one or in small groups. These might be short-term provision for say 6 weeks, or more longer-term intensive provision for those who might need ongoing support throughout their time here at Newman. We have a full range of interventions, including areas such as literacy, numeracy, social skills, motor skills, handwriting and Lego therapy, to name just a few. What I can say is that we don't have a one-size-fits-all approach to our interventions. We ensure that all of our support programmes are personalised to the needs of individual students. We have a whole school approach to emotional health and mental well-being. We strive to ensure that Newman College is a place where our young people feel safe, happy and confident. We regularly use student voice to gather views of students on their well-being so that we can respond appropriately with any support in areas where they feel that extra help is needed. And of course we have a number of staff who are mental health first aid trained, so they can provide more individualised support for students who might be struggling. We have a very person-centred approach to the provision that we make for our young people. The voice of the students and the voice of their parents or carers are the most important voices of all in that process. We will work very closely with you to ensure that support is provided in a way that you and your son or daughter feel comfortable with. Newman College also work very closely with a wide range of professionals where appropriate, when we feel that extra support or guidance is needed from outside of the college. So this might include getting advice from specialist teams such as the visual or hearing impairment team, educational psychologists, community paediatricians, Healthy Young Minds, as well as a range of other health and care services. We understand that the move from primary school to secondary school is a very anxious time for students and their parents. This anxiety can heighten when a young person has additional needs. You will understandably want to ensure that what we can offer here at Newman is right for your child and that the support we will give will enable your child to flourish and learn. Hopefully this brief introduction has provided just a flavour of the support we do offer, but of course I would welcome parents to get in touch with myself or a member of the Link team if you would like an individual discussion about your child's needs, and especially with regard to what we can offer to make sure that these needs are well supported during their time at Newman.
I'd like to take a few minutes to talk you through the admissions process for 2022. All applications need to be completed on the Common Application Form, or CAF, via the local authority. This must be the local authority where the parents or carers live, and that must be done by the 31st of October this autumn. As soon as we receive your application from your local authority, we send you a supplementary form in the post. It is your responsibility to return the supplementary form and supporting evidence, including a baptismal certificate, for your application to be processed and considered by the college. It is highly recommended that you return this information as soon as it is requested and no later than the 10th of November 2021. If you want your child to attend Newman College, you must put us as your first choice on the local authority Common Application Form, and you must return all requested supplementary information by post without delay. Thank you and good luck with your application.
Good evening everybody, I hope you have found that video really informative and it has answered lots of your questions. As the video's been playing, we've had a number of questions come through via the email. Lots of those questions have had a very similar theme around admissions. And before I do start to answer some questions, I also want to let you know that we will put answers to these frequently asked questions that have come from the email, and we will publish the document via our website and through Twitter to provide you with a link where you'll be able to answer some of the, find answer to some of the questions that you've asked. So with regards to admissions, we've had lots of questions around, my child's a baptised Catholic, are they guaranteed a place at Newman? My child attends one of the partner primaries, are they guaranteed a place at Newman? It's real. I can't stress how important it is that once you apply for Newman, you do fill in the supplementary form. That supplementary form is the one thing that we will use to start to put our admissions criteria into action. So it is the most important document. Once you apply through the LEA, they inform us and we send out the supplementary form. So it must be returned to us by the 31st of October, or as soon as you can possibly get it back to us, so that then we can start to put the children who have been want to be given a place for September 22 into an order. And obviously, until the deadline date of the 31st of October, it isn't a first come first served. It closes, and once it closes, then we start to look at all the information that we've got, all the evidence that we have, to be able to allocate all our 300 places. Other questions were asked around, if we move into the area, will I be guaranteed a place? We're the only Catholic high school in Oldham, and the location of where we sit on the edge of Oldham, the children don't just come from a very small perimeter. Our partner primaries stretch right to the other side of Oldham, and those children will often be, at least 3 to 4 miles away. Other questions that have been asked are around numbers of children for our current Year 7 who joined us in September. What were the numbers of children who didn't get offered their first place? We're an oversubscribed school. We've already got applications way beyond the number of places that we've got. But we don't know how many of those applications have put Newman as first, and we don't get that until the deadline date and we start to get all our children and the names of everybody who's put Newman down first. If we go back to the current Year 7s, when offer day in March of this year, there was just over 50 children who did not get a place at Newman despite putting us down in first preference. So it's really important that we do have that supplementary form so that we can ensure that you've got the best possible chance of getting your child into Newman. Other questions are with regards to how many schools that you put down on your application. You've got a number of schools to put down. Our school places are not going to children who don't put Newman first. We're so oversubscribed that you'll find that with a lot of the high schools in Oldham, the school that you put first is the school that the LEA will look at first. And if you don't get that place, then they might go to your second choice and maybe down to your third choice. But the choices that you put in could also be heavily oversubscribed schools. So if Newman is not down first and Newman is down as your third or second preference, then it is unlikely, in fact it's guaranteed that you will not be offered a place at Newman. They will go to all the families and the children who've placed us down first and got that supplementary form back in. So other questions that I have been asked through the email is with regards to a typical day. What does a typical day at high school look like? It's very different to primary school, so it's really important that we share this information. At Newman, we have a 5-period day. All 5 days of the week, we have the same 5-period day. So despite our Wednesdays ending slightly early at 1:45, we still will have 5 lessons a day. So we will have 2 lessons in the morning, followed by a break, 2 lessons, followed by lunch, followed by a lesson, followed by home time. So the day is structured and staggered so that there is enough breaks in between to kind of get the children moving, get them fed, get them watered, get them to the toilet, ready for their next lesson. Other things with regard to lunchtime, how will your child feel safe at Newman? What does the pastoral team look like at Newman so that your child will just feel welcome and they'll feel safe and they'll know where to turn. If you've driven up and down Broadway at any time from 8:30, you will often see people in high-vis jackets And that's the same inside the college. We're not wearing them all the time every day when we're in lessons, but during breaks and lunch times and maybe lesson changeover, the pastoral team is out, and we have all our breaks and lunch are heavily staffed, and a condition of staff being on a lunch duty or a break duty is that they must wear the high vis, so that the children can't go everywhere at break and they can't go everywhere at lunch. They know their allocated area, and we will have staff positioned around that so that no matter what direction that child is looking in, somebody is there and visible for them to approach should they need that. Also, with regards to things like toilets, when it's break and lunch, the children have a set access to toilets. So all our toilets are, they're not like schools of the past where they were behind a closed door and they were really off-putting, and children they would often not go to the loo during their school day. They're in a central space. They are fairly open plan with exception for the cubicles, and there's often staff manned near to them because we know that toilets is a big issue for younger children. One of the benefits from us being in a pandemic, if there ever is such a thing as a benefit, is that we have not gone back to having the whole school out on break or out on lunch at the same time. We've kept Year 7, they have their break and lunch on their own, and every other year group has their break with another year group, but they're not in contact with each other, so they have different spaces, and that allows us to be able to closely monitor, closely check, see and get to know the pupils so that we can forge those relationships with pupils that we don't necessarily teach. Other questions are regards to lunchtime clubs, things that we have on for the children to engage in. There's lots of after school and lunchtime clubs that do go on with regards to sporting, debate mate, the cadets, the Duke of Edinburgh, chess club, we have an eco garden. There's lots of different things. So those things are, with regards to the sport, every term those things start to change. So the PE department will look at what they offer in half term 1 or what they might offer up until Christmas, and then in the new year they may change what that is, and they might change the days of things and the years that are doing things on different times. Obviously this is, it's a very stressful time for parents, making these big decisions for the next 5 years of your child's life, and we know that transition is, I've been working in transition now for about the past 4 years, and every year it throws up some of the same concerns that parents have, but there's always unique things as well. I've been asked a question about enhanced transition for children that may need that. Following the offer coming in on the 1st of March, I start all my communication with the primary schools. I get my team together and we divide all our schools up, and I take the lead on all our partner primary schools. From that, the information that comes to us will be around children that may benefit from enhanced transition. Now, whether that's because they may have educational needs that raises anxiety levels, whether it's about specialist provision, we put all those things together and we start to group our children, and we provide a more bespoke transition for a small group of children. The other thing that I want to add, I know that it seems unfair that we've not been able to meet face to face, and that is something that we are looking at, and we're currently looking at opening the college on a Saturday for a bookable tour of the college, and we will be looking to share information with you around that quite soon, so that you'll be able to go on, you'll be able to book your slot, and we'd have small groups. The building will be empty, it won't have the children in, but you'll be able to come in and see exactly what the school is like, and the environment that your child will be learning in for the next 5 years. With regards to the Catholic life of the school, our assemblies and collective worship, every year group has an assembly once a week. That in that assembly they will be led by their year leader each time, and that year leader may introduce another member of staff that will also lead an assembly. So that might be the head teacher, might be one of the deputy head teachers. It could be on a specific thing like mental well-being or safeguarding, or a particular educational I don't know, I'm trying to think now, sorry about that. But there's lots of different things with regards to safety on the internet, and sometimes people will come in. We also have collective worship in form every single morning. So the form tutor has a role to provide the children with those elements of collective worship and reflection. We're a Catholic school and we do follow the Catholic liturgical year, but we also do include other key festivals at times in the year that may coincide with what many of our children are celebrating. Questions have come in through about cashless dining and how will a child pay for their food. Once the offer has been made to yourselves from the 1st of March, we will send out a welcome pack to all parents and children. That's when we start to open our lines of communication with you. We will also then hold a welcome event, and at that welcome event, parents will receive a booklet which has all the information that parents would need around who their form tutor would be, important email addresses to make contact with that form tutor as the first port of call, who the pastoral team is, with images of who, putting a face to a name, parent pay with regards to school meals and anything else like music tuition if your child plays any instrument, the typical school day, the buses. So all the buses and the routes and information are on our website, but we do put that into the booklet as well. Let me think of any more questions that have come through with regards that I can share with you. Just wrote some of the things down. With regards to the supplementary form, there's a question that's come in with regards to the baptismal certificate and if it can be a photocopy of the certificate. Yes, it can. It can be a photocopy of that certificate. It can be dropped off into college, and it will be returned straight to you, even if it's the real copy. Having a sibling in the school, so if I'm not at one of the partner primaries and my child also, one of my older children also attend the school, will they be automatically guaranteed a place at Newman? Again, we use that having an older sibling in the college is on the admissions. So if that has been, if you've completed that and ticked the box where it's got sibling, then they are looked at a little bit more. They higher up the admissions. So everything is taken into consideration of where the child currently is. Don't know, Miss Scott, if you've got anything else. I'm just going to pass over to Miss Scott if there's anything that I've missed off from any of the emails that have come through. Miss Scott?
I can't think of anything specific from the questions, but just generally on admissions, some of the pitfalls that people have got into in the past is only putting one school name on the form. The problem is there, if you don't reach the admissions criteria, then you will end up being allocated a place at the closest school. So we'd certainly advise against that. Can't think of anything specific. Are there any more questions come through while we've been talking, Mrs Foley?
I think there's one with regards to the location of where you may live. So when filling in your application form, it's really important that you put the address of where the child currently resides, whether that is with one parent or the other, or with a carer, with grandparents. It's really important that the address is the actual address that child lives, because that is what we will use. Another question that has come in is with regards to if my child does not get a school of their choice. If your child does not get a school of their choice, or they don't get their first choice, if their second choice is a school that is undersubscribed, they may get that. If the second and third choice is a school that is oversubscribed, they will automatically be placed on a waiting list for the school for your first preference. Every year group that we've got here at Newman, we have a waiting list. So if a child is to leave for any reason, they may leave the area, we always go to that waiting list and make contact with parents that may have had us down for years. So you will automatically go on the waiting list, but you won't go on the waiting list if you don't put us down. every parent has the opportunity to appeal, and appeals are heard in the summer term in July, and in reality we take very few pupils on appeal. It may be that 1 or 2 places are granted by the authority, because the process is where the school is represented, the parents of the child or the carers of the child are represented, and the LEA is represented, and there are people that are not attached to Newman, not attached to our LA, who will listen to the case, and they're the ones that make the decision and give the direction as to whether the school takes that child on appeal or not. So it's a very, we will listen to around about 60 appeals a year, and of those 60 we probably only get about 2 to 3 appeals per year, because we've already filled our 300 places on offer day. There is no further questions that have come through on through the email. The video and everything will be there for you to watch over and over again. I'm not saying you're going to watch it over and over again, but there could be a question that you thought, oh, I forgot to ask that. You know, the email will still be open for you to ask the question and for us to get back to you. But like I said, the frequently asked questions that we've had through, because I have had to put quite a few together in the 30-minute slot that we've got, we will publish that, so that you'll have all the questions that were asked by yourselves and the answers that we've got to give to you. With regards to the building you will be updated. We receive updates from the LEA. The LEA will update all parents and people that have shown an interest in Newman College, but there's no further information that I can share with regards to the building at this moment in time until further updates come to ourselves. I really do appreciate the time that you've spent listening to our video. I hope that you found it really informative. I hope that you sat with a 10 or 11-year-old right now who is beaming from ear to ear because they want to come here. I can't guarantee anything in this world, but as a parent of a child who's at Newman and one that's coming in September, there's nowhere else that they would be going. So I hope you've felt that it's the same for your child, and we look forward to sharing more information when you can come in and book onto a slot to have a tour of the building. So no more emails have come through. One email has just come through. So the email's just come through with regard to the supplementary form that has been received. If you are concerned about your supplementary form that has been sent, you can always make contact with the school or email this and I can make contact. It's not necessarily that you're going to get receipt of that supplementary form, but I will definitely go back to the lady who looks after all our admissions to say, is there something that we can set up so that you know we have received it and you're not waiting for that? So I'll take that on board. No more emails have come through. Really appreciate your time this evening. Take care and good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.